Today we're doing something a little bit different, and that is that we're actually going to do some real world traveling. So I'm going to Canada and Toronto specifically. So as you can see, I've got a Toronto map loaded up here. So the idea is that I will get 5 drops. Hopefully I'll be able to get the perfect score, or at least a good score. And then basically use these random locations as a tour guide of Canada or Toronto specifically when I get there. So I'll try and find these locations in real life and see how it looks. Now, I don't know how old the coverage is here, so I'm gonna do moving around everything like that. I've never been to Toronto before. I've never really played a lot in Canada. I mean, you get the occasional drop, I guess, but I don't know a lot about it, so let's jump in and see if we can learn something fun. I went with this map because it's got like a bunch of likes and stuff, and hopefully it's got some interesting locations as well. So off the bat, together will, I don't know if that means together we will. I don't know what that means whatsoever. There were some flags here. I guess this is a Canadian flag. Might this be Toronto or Ontario flag? I'm not certain. License plate, white, seems to be blue text on them, so that might be an Ontario thing. I'm also not sure. Let's venture out. Oh, is this a taxi as well? Red and yellow, that's fairly characteristic as well. Something to keep track of. Okay, bus stops that actually say Toronto. And we're Toronto Rehab. University Avenue and Elm Street. And Ted Rogers Center for Heart Research. I mean, I assume we're fairly central here. I mean, some skyscrapers around. Some statue of a dude. What else is there to say here? Like, so we have the blue street signs here, like, whereas the states typically tend to have green ones. So I'm just gonna do like a very, like, if we can actually get something immediately on this College Street. I wonder if that's is that close to University Avenue. So let's see, the University Avenue goes like north to south, so the Elm Street would go east to west. I guess it's a little bit skewed, not straight, but Harbor Street. I mean, University of Toronto, so University Avenue and Elm Street here. So, and we were like starting up here, right? Rehabilitation Institute we saw, and we saw there was like some heart research thing here. I'll just jump back to the start. We're not quite in the middle there, so like maybe a little bit off. Yeah, first drop, I mean, let's see here. Is this, I mean, quite central. Yeah, so this will probably be a breeze to find, hopefully. Okay, welcome to Toronto, Ontario, Canada. We're along University Avenue down here, and outside it is what I believe to be a hospital or research center of some sort. Definitely got a bus-in downtown location here. So I'll just walk down to where you can see here, basically straight down University Avenue down to the city center here and the crossing of Elm Street. So this was our first drop in Toronto, and yeah, pretty busy location compared to a lot of the other ones, and what I expect from the future ones here. A bit sorry over my voice. I spent the past 4 days at punk rock shows, so screaming my lungs out. Hopefully I'm still understandable. But yeah, from here let's move on to the next. Starting off 5,000. Okay. Here we start off a little bit worse. Pomona Mills Park. Something Heritage Conservation District. 200 John Street. This looks more suburban or outskirtsy. I don't know what you would call it. We have, so what are these? Bins Summit, Paul Summit. I'm not sure. For those of you that watched my previous content, you know that I've spent some time in Malta, and this is in my mind a very Maltese surname actually. So maybe he has some heritage that way. Here's like some, it says Canada on. Also we have the 905 area code. Don't know if that's a Toronto thing, but that could be useful when playing Canada in general. Okay, but so basically, do we want to venture one way or another? We probably want to head downtown. So south is a good bet, as the center is basically on the coast of the lake here. So presumably, if we're in the outskirts, I don't know where we are, but if we move south, we would eventually go towards the lake, and we would eventually go towards the city center. Elgin Street and Henderson Avenue. So here you can see that we have green signs again, despite what I previously said about blue signs in Canada. Markham, it says, and I find that up here. So yeah, it would be quite a trek to go down to the city center. So that's good. We're basically on a south facing road. I don't know how big this one is. Like maybe it's not. Which one is it even? Henderson Avenue, is it? That I should be looking for. But then the question is as well, like how far out? Like what is Markham? Like how big is Markham? Don't know. John Street though didn't that park say John Street, 200 John Street. Oh, John Street was big. Pomona Mills Park, that's what it said. And Bayview Avenue, Henderson Avenue, Elgin Street. Okay. So let's go back and lock in that position then. So this was the sign, Pomona Mills Park is to the north of us. And like there's 1, 2 houses, 2 driveways up. I didn't mean to go that way. I didn't mean to go this way. And here we have John Street and Henderson Avenue. So this is the first, this is the second house, 133, and we're, I mean, just short of it. There we have like a path heading in here, which I assume is this one here then. And that would lead, I mean, into the park here, I guess. So yeah, I'm happy with this. I'm locking that in for another 5,000 points. Here we are for drop number 2 in Toronto, outside of Pomona Mills Park in Markham, to the northeast of Toronto. We got dropped here on John Street, and behind me is the intersection of Henderson, maybe. So what I saw when playing here was this, well, obviously like this sign, but also this little walkway here into the park. And what I wasn't able to see was the signs down here informing that yeah, so there's like a park here that's been naturalized by the city of Markham, so it's like all like nature left on its own. So yep, nice. I'll take a little stroll and venture off the Google car grid and explore a bit of this park, and after that I'll see you on the next stop. Yeah, so this may be another suburb, I guess. It doesn't look very central either, but it looks slightly bigger than the previous one, or like these kind of like multiple family homes. I assume it is, at least. Do I have street name here? It's not really that important right now. Let's move west until we hit something. This looks like a bigger street out here. Okay, so here we have a bus going to Greenwood Station. Green River. Okay, so Greenwood, it's probably like a smaller one of these kind of like smaller names. And I might have to zoom in more for it. There was Greenboro. That's not what we're looking for though. So let's see. So maybe we can get another road sign and get like the name of the suburb to narrow it down. Was that a thing? There looks to be a bigger intersection up here with some red lights. No, I was wrong. It was not that big. Felstead Avenue. We have some wheelie bins. Can't make anything out on those. So I don't know, like I feel like this bus stop looks distinctly different from the one at the last drop. Okay, but we'll be a bit counterintuitive and move north then and see if we get somewhere that way. Chatham something. So here, once again, we're back to the blue road signs here, but white, I guess, on the smaller. Danny, is that Danforth Avenue? And Greenwood Avenue, was that where the bus was heading? Greenwood. What does this one say? The Danny. Okay. So, looking west, I see skyscrapers and a bit of a skyline at least. So I'm guessing we're to the east here then, but not sure. I don't think we're that far off then. Like, how far can this be? I'm not gonna make any guesses. Golden Mile, Victoria. But it's like, it can't be too far north here either, like if it's visible straight to the west. No, okay. But we'll definitely move towards, well, what we believe to be the city as well. I don't know. Wait, what did I... Okay. Traffic and congestion. Here's another kind of taxi there, like these orange and teal. I don't know even what they are. So maybe that's like a district thing, or maybe different taxi companies, but it's like still that same two color, like what was the other one, red and yellow. Nothing in particular going on here that I can tell. Donlands Avenue. So now we're heading on like a west eastern. Oh, maybe I don't have. Do I have the name of this road actually? Danforth. This is that one. Danforth, East Danforth. I do not remember where we came up, but okay, let's try to log in Jones Avenue. Here, okay, so did we come up this one called Woodbine? I don't know why it sounds like slightly familiar. Either way, we know that we came up here, we went a bit north from somewhere, so we'll have to go back, and now might be a good time to figure out what the name of this particular street was. Torbrick. Did it say? Okay, let's back up again. Sandstone Lane and Torbrick Road. And I guess then Torbrick is the one. Norway. Did we cross something? Can we have been this far? Swanwick. No. Okay. So, and we went out to this one where we saw the bus, yeah. And can I get a name on this one? This one is Greenwood. Greenwood. And then we followed that one, right? All the, so it wasn't Woodbine. We followed it up to Greenwood Avenue here, and like a little bit like we could have come out Torbrick and Sandstone, and we were just slightly off that. So welcome to the third drop in Toronto. We're walking down Torbrick Road, where it intersects Sandstone Lane. You can see here is this kind of street that I spent a lot of time looking down, and behind me there you can see some road signs indicating the street names. We're still in like the eastern outskirts of the city, or I don't know, not very central but not all the way out either. I don't know how to define it better than that, but just kind of like just off the kind of like main roads that are a bit more busy. Yeah, that's what I have to say about this place, I guess. And on to the next we go. 3 down, 2 to go, and so far we've been able to lock in some perfect scores. Here we have these red pillar bus stops again, and number 132 bus. That doesn't give me much hope though. Okay, this looks less kept, less yeah, like maintained, and Foregate Avenue. Is this just a map of Toronto, or is this a map of something? I don't know, like what it looks. I mean, what's this on the underside here? That look like some sort of river. I mean, like, didn't quite look right. But then again, I'm not sure what I'm watching, so I'm the wrong person to ask. Shepherd Avenue East, and no real road signs here. Brennian Way, and an FBI bus. Is that the TV show FBI? I assume so. Hybrid electric buses, and that is not legible to me. I have nothing to go on here. Okay, so I feel like either we should go east or west here. Rather Brecon, Shepherd. Wait, so how does that? Oh no, this is Shepherd, this one. Okay, so those are, we came from Brennian. So let's start heading west. see if... No, we can't make anything out on that one either. So Shepherd East was it, right? So we'll just keep heading west, hoping we're getting closer to the city. Access to 401 East. 401 is here. East. Shepherd Avenue. Okay. How? Okay, but this one is Eternal. Okay, no, it's west here. So, but yeah, I mean, I guess. I guess I can just follow this until I find something. What was this? Markham, so that goes up to where we were before, I assume then. Brennion. Yeah. Foregate Avenue. Was that the first bus stop we found? Okay, so we are in, like, it's slightly bending, and here's just a bus stop, right? But now and this one then has to be Foregate Avenue. So let's go back again. So this one could be these, and then you have like these little paths here. So if we were just like slightly over here, and if we then continue here, like we're almost, and then it straightens out to the northwest here. Yeah, I think so. And then we will end up John Tabor. Oh, nope. Yeah. Oh, John Tabor Trail on that side, Wixon on the other. Yeah, okay. Then I'll just do one final correction. So yeah, this is those bus stops. There is a house. There has to be a house here, right? Like this is the first and the second. Maybe like slightly further up here. So we've reached drop number 4 in Toronto. We're out on Brennion Way, and across the street here you can see trash can that I think I was spending a lot of time looking at, and there's also like the bus stop and what I might have believed to be a crossing. It wasn't a crossing, it was just sidewalks leading out to the bus stop on the respective sides of the road. This is very much on the edge of Toronto, as far east as we go, I think, before not really being in Toronto anymore. Yeah, but that's 4 down, last one to go. Okay, down to the last one. This looks fairly suburban as well. Small, sort of. I mean, I guess these are like single family homes. And here we seem to have yet another type of street sign. This like more like this font. I no typographer, so I don't really know. Can't tell you a font name, but it looks more blocky. which I assume is not a technical term. But that's the term you're gonna get from me. What do we have here? Pottery Road, yeah. And Mortimer. And we have the red and white bus. Here again it says Ontario, but maybe it doesn't say Toronto. Don't know. But oh, okay, 87, but they've censored out the destination, it seems. Oh, maybe now. Okay. Cosburn. That is not something that I feel like I've come across. So I will leave that be for now. We'll continue south. So there's like these kind of like singular tall buildings, but otherwise fairly low density. Oh, did I catch the street? They were on Broadview Avenue. And we have a bus here heading north towards Broadview. I feel like we've been much over here, so maybe it's time to get something. I don't know, like where does Toronto end? And like, because Markham clearly belong to Toronto according to the map. Does Mississauga do that? This is actually where I am going, or where I'm staying at least when going to Toronto. So that could also be like a fun place. Pretoria Avenue. There's a Pretoria in South Africa. Don't know if there might be others. Oh, here we have those orange and teal Beck taxis as well. Ooh, and here we have some sort of train, tram, one or the other. Could I get a station name for that then? Oh, okay, so there's like tram lines in general. I mean, I have no idea how their public transport works, and I'm not sure I'm gonna find out. Okay, well, it's just called Broadview, so I'm not sure I will get much. Danforth. Was that the one we went along before? Danforth Avenue. Yeah, okay. So we're back on that here. Whoop. So we are somewhere in the sort of eastern suburbs again then. And what are we looking for now then? Broadview. And it ends there, so I mean, yeah, so we're somewhere along there. Yeah, it looks like we're definitely closer to the city here now, so I'm just gonna well, this is Broadview, so this is the metro station or the tram station or whatever it is. And I have pretty much forgotten where we started. Cosburn? Or we saw something with Cosburn, right? we did not start all the way up. But either way, we'll go back to the start. Well, let's see here. Yeah, we went west out here. Can I get some road signs here? Burley Avenue. Unclear which one is Burley, but Burley Avenue here. And then it kind of like it bends off a little bit at the same time, so I'm not sure where that would be. Maybe we came out here from Floyd. If we look to the east here, yeah, yep, that said Floyd, and it says Bater. So then it's just like 1, 2, 3rd. Oh wait, there's a... Is this it? That... I don't know. Yeah, I think that's correct either way. So we arrive at the 5th and final drop of Toronto. We're walking down Floyd Avenue in, I believe it's called East York, this part of town. Yep, just a little bit east of the city center, and that concludes our trip through Toronto. So that's 5 out of 5. Thanks for watching.